Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the English Pulse. I'm James.
And I'm Chloe. James, I have to ask you, in all your years of working, when was that one moment where your palms were sweating the most?
Oh, easy. It was my first real corporate job. My boss was actually incredibly nice, which almost made it harder. He called me in for a performance review and politely asked, "So, James, what are your thoughts on your current compensation?" He was literally opening the door for me to ask for more, but I completely froze. I just stammered, it's fine. I like my job." I was so nervous I couldn't even say the word money.
I've been there too. I remember sitting in front of a supervisor who was very supportive, and I knew I was doing the work of 3 people. But the second it was time for me to say my piece, I just went blank. I felt like if I asked for a raise, I'd be seen as greedy. I didn't realize then that in American corporate culture, you are expected to be assertive and advocate for yourself.
It's so true. It can be such an awkward moment, even when the boss is nicely initiating the talk. But honestly, this is what everyone experiences if they want to advance their careers. The difference between moving up or staying stuck is often just being ready for that specific moment.
Exactly. You have to grab that moment when it comes. So grab a coffee and get ready to arm yourself with a toolkit of the right terms for professional settings.
We've designed this episode to give you the exact vocabulary you need to handle these conversations with confidence.
And as we go, make sure to learn with the visual guides we are showing throughout the lesson. They're there to help you better remember and revisit these words whenever you need to prepare for your next big career discussion. Let's get started.
Let's look at why certain English terms are better. Many non-native speakers say, "I don't make enough money." While honest, it sounds like a personal complaint.
Exactly. Instead, use the term underpaid. It shifts the focus to your market value. Or instead of "I knew this was coming," use anticipated. It sounds more professional because it means you've predicted and planned for a future event.
Another tip, don't ask, "Do you want to talk about my pay?" It's too casual. Instead, what's a better way, Chloe?
Ask if they are open to a discussion. This means you're checking if they are willing to consider your idea, which is much more respectful of their time.
To really help you feel the power of these professional terms, we're going to walk through a situation by role-playing. I'll play the boss, and Chloe will be the employee. For those of you listening, put yourself in the shoes of Chloe, who is prepared and ready to level up. This is how you use the vocabulary toolkit to handle the conversation with confidence.
Let's get into character. James, thank you for meeting with me. As I mentioned in my email, because I didn't want to catch you off guard, I'd like to know if you are open to a discussion around compensation.
Let's pause there. Notice that Chloe didn't ask, "Do you want to talk?" which can be too casual. Being open to something means you are willing to consider or accept a specific idea, which is much more professional. She also sent an email first so I wouldn't be surprised or shocked, which is what catching someone off guard means. It allows the leader to anticipate or plan for the conversation, rather than being blindsided.
I've been with the team for 2 years, and I've really taken on more responsibilities lately, such as leading the digital shift.
There's that essential phrasal verb, take on. In this context, it means accepting or assuming a new responsibility or challenge.
Because I've exceeded my goals in X, Y, and Z areas, I want to lead with the data to show the value I'm bringing to the company.
Chloe used X, Y, and Z as a placeholder to signal that she has multiple examples of success without needing to list every single one at that exact moment. It tells the boss, "I have a whole list of achievements ready to share."
Exactly. And leading with the data means starting with objective evidence and metrics rather than personal feelings.
A real-life situation for this would be a quarterly review. Instead of saying, "I feel busy," you'd say, "I've increased client retention by 15%. By starting with those numbers, you prove you are an asset, a valuable person for the company.
Based on that data, I have an ask. I'd like to move my salary to the industry standard to ensure my compensation matches my performance.
Chloe used ask as a noun. In American offices, a bold ask is a significant request, like a large raise. A real-life situation would be at the end of a big project presentation where you say, "My ask today is a salary adjustment to reflect my new role."
It's much more professional than saying, "I have a favor." It helps you make your requests known, which means communicating your needs clearly and directly.
I hear you, Chloe. Your work has been excellent. Let me look into it and I'll get back to you. Now, look into it just means to research or investigate the details. However, if an employee just says okay and walks away, the conversation might become a dead end, a situation where no more progress or advancement is possible.
I appreciate that. If I were to follow up next Tuesday, would that give you enough time to check with the department head?
Great grammar. Using "if I were to" is a polite, professional way to suggest a hypothetical future action. By doing this, Chloe is driving the conversation forward, meaning she is taking the initiative to move towards a specific decision.
This keeps the leader accountable or responsible for taking the promised action. It ensures there is momentum, the force and progress needed to reach a resolution, instead of letting the request disappear. This way, you actually gain something out of the process, like a clear answer or a benefit from the experience.
Now, let's practice a quick career growth talk.
James, I want to make sure I get something out of my time here beyond just a paycheck. I want to grow.
I'm glad to hear that. What are your goals?
I want to be an asset to the team by learning leadership skills. I've gone above and beyond my current duties, and I'm ready for the next step.
Using asset shows you view yourself as a valuable person for the company. To go above and beyond means to consistently surpass expectations and perform duties that go well beyond your standard job description.
That's right. It signals professional fluency. While a non-native speaker might say, "I do more than is expected," a native speaker uses above and beyond to sound more polished and confident during a negotiation. Saying you did an excellent job means you performed your assigned tasks well. However, going above and beyond implies you took on extra responsibilities or solved problems that weren't even part of your role.
Sounds great. Let's equip your toolkit. We're going to do a rapid-fire review of every term. Make sure to check the slides as we go.
Blindsided. To be surprised by something unexpected. I was blindsided by the sudden department changes.
Go above and beyond. To do more than required. She always goes above and beyond for her clients.
Underpaid. Earning less than your value. I realized I was underpaid compared to the market average.
Exceed. To surpass expectations. You exceeded your goals this quarter.
X, Y, and Z, placeholders for examples. I improved our efficiency in areas X, Y, and Z.
Anticipate. To expect or plan for. We anticipated the budget cuts.
Open to. Willing to consider something. Are you open to a new strategy?
Take on. To accept a challenge. I'm ready to take on more leadership.
Asset. A valuable person or thing. Your coding skills are a huge asset.
Make your requests known. To communicate clearly. You must make your requests known to HR.
Catch someone off guard. To surprise them. Don't catch your boss off guard with a raise request.
An ask, noun, a request. A 20% raise is a big ask.
If I were to, polite hypothetical grammar. If I were to lead this project, I'd change the timeline.
Get something out of. To gain a benefit. I want to get something out of this seminar.
Dead end. No more progress possible. Don't let the negotiation reach a dead end.
Accountable. Ensuring someone keeps their word. And a follow-up email keeps everyone accountable.
Look into it. To research or check. My manager said she would look into the budget.
Drive the conversation forward. Moving towards a resolution. Take the initiative to drive the conversation forward. Repeat these, use them, and you'll be prepared for any career discussion.
Don't forget to subscribe to the English Pulse for more tips on professional fluency.
Remember, you are your own best advocate. Your voice is your power. We'll see you next time on the English Pulse. Bye, everyone.